Welcome back everybody to another episode of Sneaker Updates. This will be Sneaker Updates number 104. If you happen to be new here, feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications. This way, you're always 100% updated on every single hype sneaker. Essentially, in this series, we go over sneakers that received updates throughout the week. For example, some of those may potentially include some Jordans, Dunks, and more. But with that short intro out of the way, why don't we jump right into the first update? Kicking it off, we'll be discussing none other than the Jordan 1 Lost and Found, also known as the Jordan 1 Chicago Reimagined. All around social media in the last week, we've seen tons of accounts posting about a second chance shock drop for these. Hence, I have some good news and bad news regarding this. First, the good news. This is real. There really is a shock drop plan for these Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. In fact, this actually seemed like it was going to occur a very, very long time ago, just after the initial drop, but they were never assigned a date. Now, for the bad news, despite the fact that this topic is trending now more than ever, there is absolutely no difference from now and many weeks ago when the stock for these first loaded post-drop. Accounts are posting about the stock levels, for example, which is accurate, but this has been like this for many weeks now. This is nothing new. They're just simply a little bit behind. In other words, it's not like the drop is set for tomorrow, so just chill out. It's okay, we got some time. Currently, a date isn't even set for but they certainly will end up dropping. So this is real stock. Now, if a date does happen to pop up tomorrow, that will simply be coincidental, but obviously it is still possible. Just don't count on it being right around the corner. Again, it's possible, but that date is still not set yet. We will see when it is. As you guys know, if you want to have the precise date and the time before the shock drop actually occurs, I always post that kind of information inside of my group Endurance, like we do for every single shock drop, sneaker stash, sneakers pass, etc. In fact, we will be doing a limited restock for Endurance this Sunday, January 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. CET. The link will be tweeted from the Endurance Twitter, so make sure to follow for that, along with free giveaways that we do as well. While you can expect Nike sneakers early information for shock drops such as this, Endurance does offer significantly more than just that, so I implore you to peruse our website and Twitter. Again, the restock will be this Sunday, January 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. CET via the Endurance Twitter. And if you can't join, just make sure you at least follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10, because I always tweet out as soon as the shock drops do go live. Anyway, moving on to some other Jordan updates. Official images have loaded for the Union Jordan 1 AJKO Low. These drop on January 27th for $150. We've seen some Unions brick in the past, such as the Cortez, so these certainly aren't risk-free. However, I can see potential for lunch money with a poor to subpar margin on these, at least for the larger sizes. Definitely nothing crazy though. Then we got a detailed look at the Jordan 4 Seafoam Oil. These dropped February 9th for $200 in women's sizes. I'd expect these to be profitable with a decent to good margin, especially on large sizes 10 and above. Most likely a better performance than what we initially saw on the infrareds, but not by too much. Definitely a good drop to still look forward to. Moving on, it looks like we will be seeing the Jordan 12 Cherry return sometime this year. Like many recent 12s, I don't have high expectations for these, but I could certainly see this colorway at least getting brick profit with a poor margin if you have no tax in your state, or perhaps local sales where you could avoid the seller fees, mostly just for the larger sizes. Then we got a more detailed look at the Jordan 1 Lucky Green. These drop April 15th for $180. I'd expect these to perform very similarly to the Jordan 1 Yellow Toe. They have similar color blocking and both non-universal colorways, so that's really only potential for lunch money with a poor margin in the larger sizes. We also got another detailed look at the Jordan 1 Spiderverse. Don't expect these to do numbers like the origin stories are at currently. Even those were only in the mid-200s post initial drop back in 2018. I'd expect these to sit around that same area, so nothing crazy but still profitable with a good margin. We also got a detailed look at the highly anticipated Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. These drop March 11th for $210. While I do expect these will have high stock, I would also expect extremely high demand on this absolutely iconic sneaker. Hence, I still expect these to be profitable with a good margin. I'd say this is the drop I'm most excited for this year. Let me know which it is for you guys in the comments down below though. Moving on, it looks like the Nike SB Jordan 4, yes, the SB Jordan 4 Pine Green will release on March 20th for $225. This picture is just a mock-up, of course, courtesy of Z Sneakerheads. We still don't actually know exactly what they'll look like. Despite the high retail, I am still expecting these to be profitable with a good margin, but of course, I'll keep you guys updated as we get more info on them. Moving on, some rumors are circulating that we will get to see the Jordan 1 Black Toe Reimagined drop this year around holiday season. Despite it being so far out, I'm already extremely excited for these, and of course, expect these to be very profitable with a great margin, regardless of high stock, full throttle. And then, there are also rumors of a Jordan 1 Royal Reimagined coming in 2024. That would also be awesome to see. I really hope Jordan keeps bringing back a lot of these classic colorways with this vintage vibe. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of it. While I don't expect these to be as profitable as the Black Toes, I would still expect them to be profitable with at least a good margin, but of course, they're a long way away it seems. Moving on to some miscellaneous sneakers though, we got our first look at the Dunk Low Next Nature Hemp, which should be dropping sometime in the next few months for $115. I would expect lunch money with a subpar to decent margin, nothing crazy. We also got official images for the Dunk Low Light Blue. These drop sometime within the next couple of months for $110. Similar to the prior pair, I'd also expect lunch money with a subpar to decent margin on these, nothing crazy. We also got our first look at the Dunk Low Glow in the Dark, which drops this year for $110. I'm really not too sure what to make of these, but at least I would expect lunch money with a subpar to decent margin, but we'll see. Then, we also got a first look at the Dunk High Split in grade school sizes. These drop in spring for $105. I'd expect these to mostly just be personals for your kids. We also got official images for the Dunk Low Reverse Panda, which drops this year for $110. Similar to the prior lows we discussed, I'd also expect lunch money with a subpar to decent margin on these. Then, we also got official images for the Dunk Low Year of the Rabbit, which drops this year for $120. I would expect these to be profitable with a good margin whenever they end up dropping. Then we also got an in-hand look at the Dunk Low 85 Athletic Department. These drop sometime this year for $110. Considering they are 85s, that can add some additional value for these, so perhaps these will be profitable with a good margin, but we'll see as we approach the date, as I'm really not too sure about these either. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Remember, the Endurance Restock will be Sunday, January 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. CET. The link for the Twitter and website is in the description below if you want to check it out. Subscribe and enable post notifications. This way you stay 100% updated on every hyped releases. Also, be sure to check out the other links in the description below for reliable, fast, residential proxies. Also, be sure to follow Gargantua if you want to keep up the progress or restocks. Last but not least, make sure to follow Keith Adam 10 and Personals for You. This way you guys stay updated on our urgent info like I was going over today. With that though, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these upcoming releases.